Hello everyone, this is Ross from Retro Dream Beam. I'm an eBay seller full-time. I've been doing this with my fiance Annette for a couple years now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm about to go into some like Reddit stuff that Annette sent me. This is from like different like eBay seller advice, reselling advice, and then she wanted me to like commentate on some of the stuff. So I pre-looked through some of it. Alright, so the first thing that she sent me is how do you even profit with taxes and fees? It looks like I'll be losing half of what I earn through selling. How do you make a profit with such narrow margins on just the actual sales process? I get it's one of the best platforms, but Jesus Christ, how can anyone have a functional store? Anyone here that can shed some light for me, please? Yeah, this is kind of like a common thing. People don't realize like how well you can do. Well, the basic answer is you buy things as cheap as possible and sell them for as much as possible. That's the kind of like just the goal right there. That's just what you're trying to do. But this is a common thing where people say like, how do you make any money on this? This is like ridiculous type of thing. So yeah, that would just be my like a response right there. This is probably just like a warm-up one. All right, next one. Anyone ever had another reseller message them with a snarky, helpful message? Oh yes, all the time. This is why Annette sent me this one. I kind of just let it bounce off the shoulder, but yeah. I got into flipping to escape mansplainers in the workplace. It seems there's no way of escaping them. LOL. Yeah, everyone. Yeah, let's see what happens. So today I got a helpful message from a reseller, I presume anyway from their profile, that my price for X item is too high. This particular item had watchers a few hours after I uploaded it. In terms of a similar or higher price, have lots of watchers and people with it in their baskets. Needless to say, I'm not exactly worried about the price. Oh yes, this happens to us all the time, and almost exclusively, like within 1 month or a week of like a message like this, our item sells for the price we're asking for. I just see this as like a tactic for like people when they're trying to like belittle you slash the item to get you to lower your item price. It's like a really, I think, antiquated negotiation tactic. It doesn't really work. I just either block or ignore these people. Like there's I already looked up the prices and stuff. I think there's like one time I had something like I accidentally shift over the decimal point like one way in the wrong direction. But yeah, other than that, I just ignore these people. Like there's it's a waste of everyone's time to if the buyer, like we have offers on, so just send an offer what you think it is and we can counter offer and then go from there and agree to a price there. But yeah, this happens all the time. Has anyone ever experienced this before? My pet hate is unsolicited advice. It is never advice. Yeah, it's never advice. It's always a power move. Yeah, exactly. It's like an antiquated negotiation tactic. It basically doesn't work. It's bad. It's outdated. Flipping his way to escape having a boss or colleagues, but somehow people decide they can be yours out of the blue. Yeah, this happens. Like I said, this is like a block or ignore. There are times I'll actually just increase the price because I will look up like what the price of the item is. I'll be like, oh, I am like the lowest. I could go up a couple of dollars. All right. Next up, rethinking selling on eBay. Recently decided to resell some Stanley Cups on eBay. Seems fine. Those are popular. Had about 16 brand new. That's good. To price them around 40 with free shipping. I feel like I think I know where this is going. If like one of the cups is broken, you're kind of SOL with the free shipping. I started accepting lower offers around 34, which is fine, which only nets me a few dollars after shipping and price of the cup. That's fine. This is probably easy to list. First transactions went smoothly. Then I got this buyer claiming I sent the wrong cup. I know for a fact I sent the right cup. Oh yeah, this has happened to us before. After asking for photos, she sends me a photo cup I never had in stock before, but they are clearly screenshots. The picture of the box in the screenshot was not mine because I put tape all over it. Yeah, this has happened to us before, and then I have about like 20 or so different types of boxes, so we can immediately tell if a box is ours or not. So yeah, this has definitely happened before. It's super frustrating. Let's see what she sent the label in the box. It was zoomed in and refused to send a photo of the whole box and labeled because it would have caught her in the lie. I think people are just really bad at sending pictures. Like I don't know if this was like malicious. Despite providing a whole refund, you provided a whole refund when you did nothing wrong. Why? That's why. You could have just asked for a return. Even if they do the return and you pay the shipping return, you get it back. You can basically say you didn't get your item back and you can show the pictures. Why? I can't believe you. Oh, a whole refund. Don't do this. If you know like the box wasn't yours, the cup wasn't yours, that's crazy. They got a negative. Oh, that's brutal. Is this a common occurrence on eBay? This happened to us a couple times. It's not common. We've just had people that, like, they'll send us angry messages of like, oh, you sent us this item, and I'll be like, I've never seen that item before. Sorry. And then like, can you check your other people you've bought from? And then usually we get like, oopsie, sorry, yeah, you're right. I think there was one time we still got a negative afterwards. They still thought it was our item, even though they agreed it was a different seller, and then I got it removed. Will eBay remove it if asked? Yeah, we're going to have to do a little bit of work for it, but like, oh, you provided a whole refund. You just should have asked for a return. I guess I'll offload the rest of my stock and sell on Amazon, which hopefully has more protection from people like this. Yep, the customer is always right. No, you made the customer is always right. You should have asked for a return. Oh, that one's wild. That's one, like, I know it's, here you go. Oh, this is like, here you go, you can see the cup. This is like their messages. You can see like the box. They saw that the box was different. Yeah, if you know, like, oh, it's painful. Oh, I get so frustrated. That's the whole refund. I feel bad for everyone, including me reading that. All right. Did I seriously only make $2 on this? All right, let's see what this is. I know I probably look like a fool, but this is my, first sale. Okay. And I'm a little shook. Did I really only make $2? Am I misinterpreting something? WTF. Let's see what they, item sale, $18, shipping $463, tax $158, order total $24.21. Let's see, eBay sales tax. Oh, shipping $17.07. They did free shipping. Oh, that's painful. This doesn't happen to us. This is why I know it's controversial. We don't do free shipping on like 99.9% of our items because of issues like this. The only time we mess up is if I list something and like the box size is wrong or the weight is wrong. But yeah, this is like a good lesson for this person to learn. First item, free shipping. You learned what shipping costs. Hopefully you're not too shook or demoralized. $1.95. Hopefully they got the item for free. It's still $2, like if they were trying to flip. But yeah, this is like just like an example of why we don't do free shipping. But I know that's controversial. All right, next up, trading card specific. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. Oh yeah. All right, first, thank you to anyone who gives me any info. I sell these cards on eBay at $5, and the person bought a few, so the total was $20. It's pretty good. A combo order for cards for $20 is good. And I get this email from him. I have a feeling I should just refund this person, as it's going to be a headache. Let's see the refund. Like, they already got the sale right for $20. Hi, thank you. The Topps Now cards have semi-glossy surfaces that can get scuffed and scratched easily, so please send me cards that are not flawed. That's fine. Like, cards, like, if you're worried about the buyer not liking the condition, you can send more pictures closer up and say, hey, are you okay with these before I ship them out? Please send the cards in clean plastic penny sleeves. That's what we do with cards. Penny sleeves, clean top loader. Like, that's normal to protect the cards. This is not a ridiculous request. This is like standard, I guess. We actually do team bags also afterwards to make sure there's no liquid damage. Please do not overstuff the cards and top loaders. That's true. A lot of people stuff top loaders so much to save money. Like, just don't do it. Because you can cause damage to the cards, which ruins the point of the top loader. I'm very happy to find your items for sale in your store. So they're happy. They're gonna give it to a brother in a gift. This is not a refund. You could be like a little, like I said, if you want to send pictures of the cards that are like, hey, like, because like trading card players are specific, but you got to understand their hobby is there's two types of people. The people that don't care and they want to play the cards, like in Magic the Gathering and Pokemon. If they just want a cheaper card, as long as it's you can't tell them a sleeve deck, they can then run it through a tournament. Or like the main thing is like cards are pieces of art, right? So they don't want them damaged. So yeah, they're picky, but that's their realm. Let's see, trading card. Let's see what this person said. I'd have canceled too. Cancel, really? 12 upvotes? This is not a cancel. Why? Combo order. So $5 cards are probably like cards that like you'll be lucky to get $5. Like that means like they're probably bulkish or close enough to bulkish, and just cancel just because they wanted them in a penny sleeve and a top loader. That's wild. Top 1% commenter. Oh no, this is. I think this is wrong. Yeah, this is not a cancel. I get that trading card players are like picky, but yeah, no, that was a good sale. All right, out of season resellers. If it's a good deal, I'm going to buy it. True. I don't care if it's out of season. True. With that being said, if you buy out of season items, do you post them right away, or do you wait until they come into season? I don't know why so many people ask this question. Like, this is I know people like really they like think about this a lot. If you have the time to list it and you can store it, you just list it, because like you're not like a department store, right, where someone wants to walk in during Christmas and then like there's Christmas stuff all over, so it has the theme, right? It would be awkward in a department store or something to have Halloween stuff next to Christmas stuff. You're online, people are just looking at everything you have. They don't even get to see like all of your items all at once. So yeah, you just list it right away and just wait. Like, trying to like list it during the season, I don't know. I just don't get it. If you wait, where the heck do you store them? You don't wait. You really don't wait. I tried so hard to stay organized. Yeah, because like Halloween, people get excited in like March and April. They're like, ooh, Halloween. They're planning for it. So yeah, like we sell like Easter stuff year round, all kinds of stuff from season. So yeah, list it right away. That's what we do. Like, just list it. It takes time for most items to sell anyways. Like, I don't know, for us, like 30, 60, 90 days. So you want to get ahead of it. You can even do like end and sell similar around the holidays if you really want to, like, make sure it's like posted fresh. But yeah, you can sell it, list it right away. So many people do ask that question. It's like a common one, but I just think it's like, just like focus on listing, and focus on like more concrete stuff than like theory crafting of when you should list something. All right, here's another one. Hiya, the likelihood of you granting this is really low, but I just wanted to try regardless. Please, could I get this for 20 euros, even without cost? Please, would really help me out. I'm in music, audio, videography. Let's see, I'm not really in a great position. It's my brother's birthday, grandma's birthday, cat's birthday, everyone's birthday. Yeah, I've seen this. I'm not going to finish this message. This right here, this would have been, that just would have been a block for me or an ignore. But the seller says, I'm also a student. And then the buyer goes, damn. And then the seller says, can you buy it for 700? It would really help me out. This is just like a waste of everyone's time. You're wasting your own time. This person just cost you like a couple of dollars in time. Like, you're getting upset. You're like, you're not going to sell your item for 700. I think the original thread of this was a 350 euro item. Yeah, people are hurting financially, but like, you're gonna get these types of messages. Is it a scam? I don't know, but like, you just ignore this and move on. It takes, like, me, I would have been like, the likelihood of you granting this is really low. I would have saw 20 euro, boom, would have been blocked, moved on, went back to listing. Yeah, that's how I would have dealt with that one. So yeah, the seller is also kind of like in the wrong here, or at least like they're wasting their own time if they have the time, sure. All right, we turned off eBay International Shipping Program, and someone reached out for a meeting Monday to get back on. Anybody have any idea where they were going to present to me to turn the international shipping program back on? The international shipping program is so amazing. Oh my God, turn it off. Okay, so as long as you send the item correctly and the weight correctly to their eBay's shipping hub, after that, once they have it, they do all the customer service, all the messages, and they also, if there's any issues, they'll refund the buyer and the seller as well. And that has even told me in the emails, she'll see, because she has all the emails for this stuff, there's been items of ours that went eBay International Shipping, got lost, but after we shipped it to the center, so like our part of the deal was done, and we got to keep the money, and the customer got to keep the money. Yeah, you should have this on. I get that, like when I was 21, I was selling on eBay. I completely forget like how the international worked. I sold a HeroClix figure to international. It got to the place. They said it was broken. I said, no, it's not broken. It was not broken at all. I said, can you send me pictures? They sent me a picture of the HeroClix, and it was in perfect condition. I then tried to like send the picture to eBay saying like, oh, hey, like the item's not broken. It's still perfectly fixed. Excuse me. They said it was perfectly fine. And then eBay actually closed my case because they thought, because I sent the picture, that it got returned to me, and then I couldn't appeal it. It was like case closed. I tried calling them, got to a customer service. They're like, nope, case already got closed. So I got tricked by someone internationally. Back then, I was like, oh, I'm never doing international again. But the eBay International Shipping Program is so good. Look at this person. Why would you turn it off, though? It's the best. If I can only sell through eBay International Shipping, it would be great. I agree. That's amazing. If we could just ship stuff to eBay's hub, and then once they get it and they check that everything's correct, and then they would ship it USA, oh, that would be, eBay would be so amazing. It would be so amazing for buyers and sellers. It's for both people. So yeah, no, definitely, why would you turn it off would be my first question. All right, next thing right here, your reference number right here, tracking information not available for service, still hasn't arrived. These are from the buyer. And then the seller says you have been refunded. Oh, sorry, this is not the beginning of it. Here's the beginning, sorry. The buyer said, when will this be shipped? The tracking number doesn't link to a parcel. Hi there, says the seller. Your order was posted yesterday. The postage is second class, non-tracked. This is probably like UK or something. This doesn't sound like American like shipping thing. But keywords I'm seeing here is non-tracked. That's rough. You should always do tracking. There was someone that wanted me to stuff a bunch of stuff in an envelope and put a stamp on it. And they were like, oh, don't worry, I'm not going to tell. I don't even think you can do that on eBay. But yeah, even then, I'm not going to send like a not tracked item. And then they sent me a big paragraph about how angry they were that I wanted to stuff stuff. One, it was going to damage items. Two, it's like, no, I'm not going to send a stamped item and not tracked. And one stamp won't even cover the weight. Yeah, no, definitely don't send not tracked. And then the buyer said, hi there, this order still has not arrived, and the tracking number isn't showing on Royal Mail right there. So I'm not fully sure how it works, but hi there, they're still messaging the seller, still not arrived. Hi there, I'm sorry to hear that hasn't arrived. I will issue a refund now. Yeah, you're kind of they could have gotten the item, and just because there's no tracking, you can't prove it. Yeah, you're kind of out of luck right there. Like, the lesson learned should be to do tracking, as explained before. Your post is just second class, not in tracks, so there is no tracking in your order. If you want tracking in the future, you need to request it. The seller should just, I don't know how it works with UK, but the seller should just have that on just to cover their back. Yeah, I wouldn't have like people ask for it. Like, the tracking, I feel like, is better for you as a seller than a buyer, because like a buyer, when I know a lot of people like looking at tracking as a buyer, but the tracking as a buyer doesn't matter, because the only thing that matters is when the package gets to you. And then the tracking doesn't matter anymore. It's just like you're just watching like paint dry. Like, oh, went through that distribution center, went through there. It doesn't do anything for the seller, though. It feels good that you get to see like the post office is actually shipping it, or whatever post office for the UK is. You get to. It's mostly for the seller, so they should do that themselves. Yeah, they're talking about the reference number, and then they're still mad it hasn't arrived, or that they received the refund. That's interesting. You have been refunded. Yeah, at this point, yeah, there's nothing more you can do. If you haven't received the refund, you'll have to take up with eBay's customers. I don't even know if they need to see this. I don't even know if they needed to respond to this. At this point, like, it's done and dusted, as they would say in the UK. Like, you did the refund. It sucks for everyone. They're probably going to get the item eventually. Just because it doesn't have tracking doesn't mean items don't get shipped. It's just the buyer can claim it's never come. All right, last one. When does a merely annoying buyer become a blow for Annette and I? This is like, this is almost right away for us. Like I said, time is very important. The day-to-day little frustrations of selling eBay are often annoying. Part of the gig, but annoying nevertheless. Yeah, that's true. Today's annoyance was the 4th message from a buyer. Oh, they got past a lot of messages. 4 would be rough. Like, they would have been blocked long ago. All right, first message, which would be willing to sell just the blank from this listing. Take apart an item and sell them one of the bits. Oh, this is interesting. I do respond to these people one time, because normally I do a lot of lots, but I do not want to take apart a listing and then sell an item for like $1 or $2 and then have to do a rework for making that listing and then make a whole new listing for the lot that I just took apart. And I usually have stuff baggied and already in bins. I will only do it if it's like part of another combo order. Let's just say someone buys a couple lots of books from me, but then they want one specific book from a lot. I will then send one message and explain that we can do that. But yeah, I would say, sorry, I'm selling this as a unit and not willing to disassemble. Okay, so that's what I would have done. Like, I'm not willing to take apart my listing. And the seller here mentions it's an item where having it complete versus incomplete makes the difference. That's true for a lot of stuff. All right, but then consistently every couple of days I get another message from them still waiting for your offer, or responding to the second one saying sorry, no, and ignore the rest. If you're at that point where you're ignoring the rest of the messages, I would just do the block at that point. I don't like to just knee-jerk block people. Why? Your time's so valuable. No, you should. Well, I guess it's your choice, but like, we do. We don't want to waste time. Like, we do this full time. Like, I'm listing, and if I'm not listing, I have to like save that as a draft real quick and then go into like read something that's just like giving me brain fog. It doesn't annoy me as like much anymore, but it's still a waste of everyone's time. Yeah, like after you say no to something, like, yeah, that block. About 75% because I'm tired of hearing from... Yeah, if you're tired of hearing from 25% because I fear I'm actually buying the whole thing and pulling some stuff like filing a return. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that can happen. We've like ignored people, and then later on, like a month or two, they buy the item at like full price when they originally wanted, like, they sent one of those messages like, oh, this is only worth $5 and then I'm paying 25 plus shipping. Yeah, you can get I understand it. It's valid to fear like, oh, they're going to buy something. But like, if someone buys something, they probably want it. They probably really don't want to also, like, they're not going to stick it to you. You know, they could. I know people can be petty, but, like, as long as you just say, like, properly, like, nice to someone, like, no, sorry, like you said, I'm not willing to disassemble this lot, you're not really antagonizing them. So, yeah, I do understand. But, yeah, if you have any concerns at all, you're 100% concerned. You said 75% you're tired of hearing, 25% because you fear them buying it and then causing an issue. That's 100% block in my head. So yeah, this kind of stuff happens all the time. But yeah, I don't like the knee jerk. I know that's like people have different opinions about this. No, there's so many like buyers on eBay, and there's also like a lot of good buyers, and then there's a couple bad apples. Like, no, it's your time's valuable. All right. That's everything. That was interesting, and that sent me some fun ones. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.